All right, we are live. This is EP 38 Off the Clock podcast. I am trying something new today, guys. So if you guys don't see me on camera, I'll explain that later. We do have a special guest today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Time is it? Afternoon. Afternoon, guys. And right now, as we're recording, it's the afternoon. I'm Lewis, owner and founder of NO2 by Lou. That's new O2 for you, new oxygen for you. It's a play on words. And, the whole point is just to help you breathe better, give you an opportunity and a space and atmosphere away from reality where you can just. It's hard. It's hard out there.
So that's your own company you just stated, right? So it's something your own business.
Yeah. So I went to school for massage. I graduated back in 2018. I was actually the last graduating CCMT class because Cortiva came and took over. And I don't know if you remember from back in the day, but on Pandora, uh, it used to be a constant commercial, Connecticut Center for Massage Therapy. I remember it playing constantly, and then ironically enough, like again, this whole podcast happening, there's no accidents in life, but things just roll together. I tried college out for a year, gave it a try, and I was like, nah,
Fuck
this
that.
wasn't me. And I went right after high school, so I followed the culture. I was like, let's do this. Then I took the year off. I was like, let me get myself together. On a whim, it was like, you know what? My body was the one who told me, it's like, yeah, go to school for massage, and I was like, bet. So as I came up with the idea, the commercial popped up. And when the commercial popped up, it said open house on so and so date. Mind you, when this happened, it was like a Thursday or Friday night.
Yeah.
It was like, and then the date it said was for Saturday that same week. So I went on the website. I clicked on a little box. I said I can't make it on that day. And literally within this is like 7:30 at night. By a half hour later, they called me like, "Hey, we see you can't make it to our open house, but we can have a custom one for you, one on one." I was like,
Fuck out of here.
"Bet." I was like, "Send it." So the very next week I went, and I just liked the vibe. It was like it wasn't so much of a classroom vibe. It was like we got together, and you created your atmosphere for your learning purpose. So some teachers let you lay down. Some, all of them let you sit on the floor.
Yeah.
All of them let you sit in a chair. You can set up the massage table as a table. There was cushions that blocks you can set up as little tables. But the idea that some got to let you sit lay down, I was like, and then
You,
on top of that, you
you know
practice
what's
on each
funny?
other.
That's something I wanted to do today with our podcast. I wanted
Yeah.
to do a little nice setup to like where it looked like we was about to do some yoga type shit.
Listen, I don't mind if we do something on the camera too.
Yeah, nah, that would be dope. Yeah. So, I feel like you're big into like spirituality.
Oh, it is like it's second nature to me.
Yeah.
There's again back to no accidents. It was my childhood without realizing it. Now that I look
Yeah.
back, I was doing so many spiritual related
Yeah.
things. I
Like,
was meditating
like
often.
physically meditate. Like,
Yeah, so I did it. So I did it to cope with life. To be honest, I
okay.
didn't know I was doing that.
So use that as a coping mechanism to meditate.
Yeah, I literally would lay down. I call that a prayer nap because I would take a prayer position and I would stay in that position or lay down for anywhere from 30 minutes to 4 hours and just not move. I can
You
hear the
said 4 hours.
four
You
hours.
meditate for 4 hours.
I've done it before, yeah.
What the-
And at that time, like I said, I wanted the day to go by faster. I wanted to come tomorrow to come faster. So I would lay still. I can hear my parents. I can hear my sister. I can hear them say, "Oh, he's sleeping." I'm like, "Nah, like
You up?
I'm just here. I don't want to move." And I would just chill.
So like you're in like a trance state.
Yeah.
Is that's real?
Yeah.
Get outta here,
Once you
like,
once you like once you can start clearing your mind and find, I'd say, a grounding spot, you're just like you're kind of floating. You're within yourself, but you're floating, and time just disappears. Literally, time, everything disappears except you. You can feel yourself depending on your personal awareness, and then again, back to your awareness. It depends what you want to hear. Like I said, I would hear everybody walking through my room because they had to go to my room to go to the bathrooms. I would hear them walk right
we
by,
had one of those. Yeah.
and I would just chill there.
You're laying down or sitting up.
I would either be laying down, or like I said, I'd be in a prayer position. So my knees on the floor, upper body on the bed, laid forward, and I would just not move an inch. Actually, I've done it so much. It's funny enough that I was looking at my feet because I'm thinking about this podcast.
Yeah.
I have scars on two of my toe knuckles from me being like with my feet straight out while I'm just
Prayer position.
yeah.
Get out of here.
So I'm just that
And
was
time would like
disappear.
get so like to get a better understanding because obviously I never done that before. So like, what's the feeling of it? Like it, mentally, I guess mentally. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the best way to think about meditation, everyone likes to think stillness. Stillness takes you to another level of meditation. Meditation, to me personally, is just finding a moment to just,
Breathe. Mm.
and that could be in the shower. That could be when you're driving. That could be wherever, honestly, you find yourself most confident. That right there can help you start meditating.
What you mean by most confident? Like most comfortable? Like
Most
in the spot where
comfortable,
you're most comfortable?
yeah, like when you go to the gym. You get
Mm.
that you're in that mode, you're in that mindset, you're in that zone that nothing can topple you over, nothing can stop you. And even if you're beating yourself up, you can get yourself up, but you're in that zen-like state. You're moving though,
Yeah.
which again everyone thinks meditation is sitting still. Again, it just takes
That's
you
what
to
I.
a different
Yeah.
level when you can sit still.
Okay.
That's the
That's
key.
so that's something you practice and how long did it take for you to get to that point of meditation?
Like I said, I've been doing it since I was a kid. I didn't realize any of this until the more recent years. Like this is how I grew up, and I was like, damn, I really just laid there for hours. I laid there for a half hour, and now it's just now I'll be driving because I travel for massage too. I've been as far
Yeah.
as Greenwich, Connecticut. I've driven an hour to go do a massage. I would
You
travel
love
anywhere
what
for
you
sure.
do. Yeah.
Exactly, I love it. Yeah, I'll sit there in traffic. Traffic don't even bother me.
Get the
I'd
fuck
be
out.
just straight up chilling. It could be bumper to
Because you
bumper.
master that patience is
I would
in a
say I got
sense.
it to a high enough level. Yeah, master. I'm still working on it. I'm definitely
Okay.
still working on it.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
But definitely, yeah, traffic. I enjoy traffic. I sit there. It's me to me. Like, who I'm already on my way to my job. Like, why am I rushing? I'm already in
That's
traffic. I
interesting.
let them
Yeah.
know, like, yeah, I'm running late,
That's it. Yeah.
and that's really
That's
it.
big, man. That's good. Cause like I always would want to like try to meditate, but like I'm so like I'm a move. I like to move around. Like
Yep,
fuck ADHD. You get what I'm saying? So like
I'm on the same page.
literally. So like exactly. So how did you maintain that then? Like having the active ADHD and then coming to meditate.
So, like I said, the meditation piece, I just chose as a coping mechanism, just to I don't want to use the word survive my childhood, but to live my childhood out. And then, like I said, when you're in the shower, when you sit to look at nature, when you sit to look at the clouds, when you sit to, me personally, stargaze, look at trees, because that's why I keep referring to nature. Because it's my thing. I would get locked in, let my imagination run, and the way that I figured out that worked for me is when I would finally center myself, I would look for a door in my head, because I would treat it like a classroom, right? When you go to school, when you go into high school, you always in high school. There's always that one class that's on the opposite side of the building for no reason. You got
Yeah.
all your classes over here, and you got this one class over here. Now the thing is, you were always rushing to get there, right? That's the anxiety piece. Along the way, there's always people that want to talk to you, right?
Yeah.
Whether you like them or not, no matter what, it could be a teacher, janitor, no matter who it is, those are your thoughts, right?
Okay. Let
Now,
me hold on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. My bad.
no, you
I'm
good.
thinking of it while you're talking.
Nah, you
So
good, you good.
I like to
Visualize it.
visualize
So
it.
this is the way. So this is the way I've come to visualize it to help me out. And again, so now you just left this classroom. Let's say you get like a 5 minute window to make it to the other side of the building.
Yeah.
Along the way, again, you're gonna run into people. Again, those are your thoughts. So now you're gonna give certain people certain attention. You
Okay.
don't fuck with them heavy. You don't not even look at them. They're an acquaintance. They got a question. You gonna stop. You gonna talk. But then you're like, yo, I gotta get to class, like type of deal. But then you
Yeah.
got the people. We were like, damn, I'm 10 minutes late to class.
Yeah.
And you got everything in between. Those are literally all your thoughts.
Okay.
So you do what you gotta do with each of those conversations. But your mindset is go to that classroom.
Mhm.
Just get to that classroom. Why? Because that door is only one entryway. Once you get in that classroom, now those thoughts can only come in one at a time. And then from there, you can have the conversation you need to have with each one. But then don't control it in a sense like, hey, I need to talk to you much longer. Let it be a train. Let it be a train. Let each thought come in one at a time. And what's going to happen is they're going to go by. You're going to keep thinking. And at some point, the ones that need to come back will go back to the end of the line and come back to have that second conversation. And it'll just keep repeating until you find that one thought that you get stuck on. By the time you realize what's up, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes going to go by. And it was just you just the entire time. And that's the process I've learn to use. Because again, it's easy to imagine that classroom walk. Everyone has to walk to class. It doesn't matter what age, preschool, kindergarten, elementary age. They all got to walk to that classroom. They all got to walk to gym. They want to say hi to their friends. And now, we got to stay focused, because the whole point is I got to get to that door. There's something on the other side of that door. And on the other side of that door, use classroom, but that's your safe zone. That's
the door. Yeah, okay.
Yep, that door
I'm
that
realizing all this shit.
Yep, whatever door. That door is just to help control the thoughts coming in one at a time.
Okay.
On the other side of that door is your safe zone. My personal safe zone is an island. An island, I have all types of natural habitats going on, to the point that now my house resembles it. I have plants everywhere. I got multiple animals, cat, dog, 9 birds. Like that's literally my safe zone. And you would think all that noise would disturb me. No, like I have that much noise going on in my head anyways. That's up to this point. That's how it's always been. Because I've also learned to what's the term I want to use? Adapt, yeah, but like spiritual guides, I'll break that down more later on. But like spiritual guides with animals and things like that, I've learned to discern them. So on my island in my head, my guides are all chilling there. When I got to go to certain places, that's I make it a home for each of the guides, because each guides just help each perspective of me. They're each a perspective to help me just stay as one.
And you're metaphorically speaking for animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've learned over time that that's just where I've been getting pulled throughout my life, and it's just the way that felt most comfortable to me. Like I said, you got a lion on your house. That's my favorite animal. It's literally on my arm.
Oh shit! Let me see that shit on the camera. Oh, that's tough. Oh fuck.
So, and there's my first tattoo, and one of my things is go
That's
bigger,
tough.
go home.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Look at me. I'm everywhere.
I'm
bro.
just starting.
Everywhere.
I'm starting. Literally, I've got plans for more finances, because you want quality work. So it takes a moment, but also
it's tough. Yeah, oh yeah.
I appreciate it. It was Art Tattoos Studios.
Art Tattoos.
Firework, and for me personally, again, on that whole thing, the reason for all this mindset though is because like I'm big into the Taino part of my blood.
The what part of
the Taino?
I'm sorry, you're saying all these big ass vocabulary words. I'm like, oh shit.
Nah, you good.
You and my boy PJ. I don't know if you know who PJ is. He's real big on spirituality as well. You guys have a great fucking
I
conversation.
feel like
I learned a lot off him.
PJ.
Just,
I feel like I know
Gonzalez, PJ Gonzalez.
I feel like I've probably crossed paths.
Probably.
I'm bad with faces.
Yeah, I'll show you him after the pod. But he's big on spirituality. Like he showed me a lot, and me like you're getting your perspective on it. It's different from what he's. It's crazy. I was like,
it's the meanest rabbit hole. I've talked to other people about the same topic, and it's just like you can never. We're looking at the same sun.
He was like more into like the rocks, the yoga.
I use rocks here and there. Yeah. I have them for my personal use, for myself.
What's the deal with those?
So basically, there's again, these are all my opinions. Anyone can change it up. Anyone can go fact check me and all that. So the rocks each have a vibration. Everything that is matters because it has a vibration to it, right?
Yeah.
So the rocks have different. They're made differently. And I'm not saying someone went together and made them together. It's just the way they're made in nature. Most of them, that's what they are. They vibrate different frequencies that work with different parts of your energies.
Okay, so like the oils.
Same oils.
You put in the dehumidifier, and then
it's same
some
thing.
of them have like the energy thing. So I know that because I know some rocks have meanings.
Yep.
Like names to them. Am I right? Or wrong?
Yeah. This actually, I got agate in my ear. This is for protection.
Oh, exactly. Because I remember he used to always wear a green one. I think that meant like
There's different shades of green, so there's
I
different names
but
to it.
So that's interesting because I never really understood the whole spirituality thing. You know what I mean? So it's like hearing it from you, then hearing from him is like I'm getting two different perspectives at this point. Because like I said, he was a different type of spirituality guy.
Yeah,
and you're a whole different other. You got the meditating,
the rabbit hole is like the meanest.
Yo, it's crazy.
Rabbit
I'm
hole.
I'm learning off you, so it's like fuck.
I appreciate that. So, really do.
How does this all like? So you a masseuse?
Yep.
How does that fall down onto like the the spirituality? Does that because I know before we started the pod, I was like, I know like it's the deep tissue massage, but I know there's more to it.
Yeah.
Correct.
So just so I can put this out there for everyone. So masseuse is street term, street name. It's actually licensed massage therapist,
My
massage
bad.
therapist. No, you good.
My
Not
bad.
everyone knows that. That's why I like this opportunity, because now I can help bring people to
Yeah, of course.
this standpoint, my shoes, you know. So it's spirituality. So we're made of three things: a mind, a body, and a spirit. Those three live together and they work in balance.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to have, everyone has their balance, and that's what makes them have their life, you know. So body, obviously the physical body. Mind, obviously what's inside your brain. The spirit, it's like I always have trouble explaining it,
Try your best.
but it's like
Take your time.
it's just your energy, your will, your, I'd say those are the best two ways to like put it very small, like, but it just, yeah, I think those are the best two ways to put it: your energy and your
Energy.
will,
Yeah.
because those are the general way
Excuse me.
people talk about it. You know, you have the will to get up. You know, when you're down in spirit, you're feeling sad. When you're feeling high in spirit, you're happy, you're goofy, you're going around. When you're angry, your spirit's a little thrown off. You know, your energy's thrown off. So, and that's different from like, you know, spirits that people use to name ghosts. It's
Yeah.
your personal spirit, like a
Yeah.
fighting spirit. It's just, I always get not thrown off, but it's just so many ways to
You can
just,
explain it.
yeah.
But like I said, your own opinion, so I want to hear.
So like I said, it's, and for the spirit, it's throwing me off my train track, but I
My
appreciate
bad.
it. No, I appreciate that, because I like these kind of conversations, these questions.
Make you think, yeah.
Absolutely. Like I literally, this book here, I
Yeah,
write
I was
a lot
gonna
of.
get to that in a minute. Yeah, for sure.
I've wrote a lot of notes on
Oh, it's a
spirits
notebook?
breathing. Yeah, it's a notebook that I
Do you
have.
mind reading some about it?
Oh, nah. So
Yeah.
it's different notes on
Talk
different
about it, yeah.
things, and it's like my perspective
He has
on
a
the
line
world.
on it too, guys. A line
Huh?
on the notebook. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my cousins from Puerto Rico. I'm very family oriented. When I told
Yes,
him
we
about
are
the
too.
stuff I
Shut up.
do, he gave it to me. So I
Oh, yeah.
started throwing my notes in there. Like, let me find something.
So
that can
that
help.
you journal or just notes?
So it's a mix. It's a mix of the two. So this is a culmination of information and my perspective on life, mind, body, spirit, energy, all that stuff, all in one. I started this whole thing back in 22. And in the beginning, that's when I started jotting things down, and I would jot down like a few things at a time. And over time, I would write more things down. So like right here, best thing I'm gonna start with right here is,
Yeah, you can show the camera. Yeah.
so this on the left is called My Tree of Life.
Why so small? If you don't mind, nah, I'm
No,
just
no.
like really.
No worries,
curious
because
questions,
this is actually on my wall in my room. Each
Yeah.
one of these, so each one of these, I'd say a third to half of these are actual names, and these are names to my family and friends that I consider close, people that I may see once a year, maybe people I may see every now and then. But that way, it feels like I'm always sharing a meal with them. So that's my spirit there. Is that I sit there. That's how family oriented I am. It's just I do that, but also so I can remember I'm not alone. So it's tiny because I needed to transfer that information onto
Yeah.
this, but it takes up an entire wall in my room. Like it literally
yeah,
it
no.
does, because each name is on an index card. What happens is periodically I'll go through and just add. I'll let life happen for as long as it needs to happen, and then I just add in whatever I gotta add in, whoever I gotta add in. Like there's a couple friends I gotta add in, and a couple family members I gotta add in. But in due time, I like doing clumps because, again, I like to make things deeper than they are sometimes. I get told that,
That's
but
the
that's my
spiritual
life.
side, man.
It's,
I feel like that's what it is. Hell
it's always a connection. So the way this started was I wanted plants. This is before I had plants, before I had pets, anything. But my thing is, I was afraid to kill the plants. So I was like, I needed to start with me. If I can keep myself up, then I should be able to keep the plants up, you know? So it literally only started with my name. And the first three things I put down was, let's see, what was it? Joy, anger, and sadness. The three main emotions you'll ever feel in your life. Everything else is an extension of those three, but those are like red, yellow, blue. Those are the three primary colors to your emotions. Then from there, life just happened, and I would just add on. I added like going straight up the middle is my core. Is literally like learning automotive, because that's still a big piece of my life. 4 years perfect attendance of high school. I cherish the accolade because I didn't even know I had 4 years perfect attendance.
You didn't know?
No, because I wasn't in
These are
class all the time.
fucking-
I somehow had a perfect attendance, and I wasn't even in class all the time. I would find ways to get out.
So you was like jotting down like little achievements you were doing.
Little achievements, little things, and so basically, this right here. If I can point it out,
Yeah.
this right here is the land. Everything above it, and this shape is a tree, and this is the shape it
Yeah,
takes
I
on
see
my
it.
on
Yeah.
my wall. But the thing is, I didn't plan the shape. I would just put it down. Again, it was a tree of life, but I would just put it down where I wanted it to go. So everything above the land, everything above the grounds is things that I earned with on my own.
Okay.
Right? When the plant gets out of the dirt, it's now producing its own. It's taking in from the sun. It's living. It's thriving on its own. Until it leaves the dirt, it's thriving from what it's given. So all of these roots are things that I was given. So at the bottom of this tree, at the very bottom, are all my cousins, aunts, and uncles, and my parents that were there from my birth before I even left the womb. Everyone else is literally way up here, and these are the friends and family that I have attained from living life in general and interacting with them. So it's so that I can always wish them good luck. Again, some of them I may not see for a long time. Like one of my cousins, actually, I'm going to go see him very soon, actually, and I haven't seen him for like 20 plus years. And
Jeez.
but he's older than me. He was my oldest cousin, and he's on the bottom. So his kids are up there too. I see one of them every so often. The other ones I haven't seen in a while. But social media, I get to see what they're doing. They're growing up, and it's well. But it's my way of just like, you know what, I'm not alone. I'm just passing on good vibes to you. And like
Yeah.
when I eat dinner, now I eat dinner with all my pets, but I also got everyone right there. Everyone that I want to share a meal with that I can't
On the
share a meal with
wall.
physically,
Yeah.
they're all right there.
They're spiritually with you.
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it helps fill in whatever hole I got going on.
That's interesting.
So like that's the spirit. That's how it started. And then over time, I got the plants, got the pets, and then the ideology too behind it is that. So I use fishing lines to connect everything. You can't see here because I wasn't gonna draw lines
was
all over.
like-
It'll be messy. But on my room, in my room, all the index cards are connected from individually, all just to me, who's the seed. And I use fishing line because to cut fishing line, you gotta force a disconnection.
Yeah,
Meaning you
yeah.
have to cut it with the blade. You can't. If you ever try to sit there and wrap around your finger and pull it like you do string,
You're gonna tear your finger off.
Yeah.
There's not.
that's exactly what's gonna happen. So that means for me is like that's how strong the connection I want is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Right.
What the fuck?
So
I
then
never
the
thought of it
people
like
at the
that,
bottom, the family at the bottom, they make it so I can survive through hell. Because in a two-dimensional sense, heaven and hell is up and down.
Yeah.
They make it so I can survive through hell. That way I can be joyful, be happy, and not have to worry about being too sad. The people at the top, no worries. They're up there because they make heaven even better, right? You
Yeah.
create your own heaven, obviously, and I say obviously because until whatever you believe in,
own
wherever you
opinion,
go in
yeah, of course.
afterwards, that's your heaven to you. But until I die, my heaven is
bless.
whatever happiness I have now. So my family makes and makes it possible. So literally, they're on my ceiling, and the thing is, I didn't even want to touch the ceiling until I had like a strong like sense to why I wanted it up there. And like I said, they make it possible so that I can enjoy heaven and hell, and life is meaningful.
Yeah. I'm still stuck on the the fishing rod string. That's
Yeah.
because I see how you're metaphorically putting it on that. It's insane because it's so strong that you're just. So you're saying that that's all on the top of a, because obviously it's a tree now,
Yeah. So this is what it looks like.
Oh shit.
So like it takes
You
up.
mind?
Nah, no worries.
I'll zoom in on it if anything.
And so, like, the fishing line, again, it's to help create its own image. So when the light hits it, the light reflects through the fishing line. You're never going to see the same image when you're looking at this tree. Why? Because when you look at a bark on the tree, you're never going to see the same design unless you have something that stands out. So that's just there. It's literally the center of my room. And then if you see those hanging pieces, those are,
On the top. On the
yeah,
ceiling?
there's dangling, those are obituary cards. Because I felt wrong about, like, throwing them out. So these are for funerals I've been to. So again, my ideology behind it is I'm just passing on good vibes to their families.
Oh yeah.
And then again, those people I've known, all those funerals I've been to, I know them personally, so I learned something. Plus, their cards have something strong on them because they wrote, what's strong, what means heavy to them. So like, that's just one of the many things I have that's just there for my spiritual sense.
You seem like you're really in tune with yourself. Hell yeah,
I've
man.
been really, really working on it. Really, massage was the key to opening it.
Was it
Really,
really?
truly was. So
Yeah, we got off track off that question.
that's. But honestly, no, I'm glad we brought that up because what I want NO2 to do, the purpose of NO2 is to be a one-stop shop therapy.
And NO2's your
My
okay.
name brand for my massage.
NO2 guys. NO2.
Yep, NO2 by Lou, new O2 for you, new oxygen for you by you.
What's the Instagram?
It's NO2 underscore by underscore Lou, LU.
Yep.
So actually, I'm glad we brought that up because again, trees and nature have been my inspiration to everything. They have been the longest living thing on Earth, and I look at them as teachers. They can teach patients. They can teach you things that you're not gonna know because you're not gonna notice just because they don't talk to you. They speak in silence. You'll pick up. When you go on that hike, you feel good, refreshed because you're with the trees, your nature. They gave you fresh oxygen, so you got oxygenated. Plus, you pumped your blood from walking, moving the blood around. With the water, you can let go. When you feel these certain moments, you go to certain places. When you want good vibes on a summer night, you set up a campfire with friends. Like you use the elements so often that you don't really look beyond the normal things, which is perfectly fine because you're comfortable, you're happy, you're living life. So with that being said, I want NO2 to be a one-stop shop, and I've used that for my own personal therapy. Again, it's so that I can remember I'm not alone. It's so that I can pass on the vibes, so that I can go through my memories, so that I can just remember I'm loved. Remember I love them. Remember I'm loved.
And excuse me. So back to the question I asked you, how does that fall under like the spirituality of giving the massages? Because you said massaging helped you.
Yeah.
So how did that help you?
So this is gonna be a little sappy here. So
Dale.
so
Shed a
so
tear.
again, there's no accidents in life. Things are meant to be as is. It's just it sucks to
Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, I agree with you.
and it sucks to admit it even when life is against you. It seems like it's meant to be. So massage came into me at a very important time in my life. By the age of 4, not many people know this at all, so I'm just throwing it out there. So now everybody's gonna learn it. Age of 4, I already declared that like by 21 I was done with life. Like I already said like I'm dead at 21.
Like
Yeah.
suicidal.
Not
You
suicidal. Like it was just I was just I can remember the night I was laying there back in the day. When got to put the space heater in one room, everybody sleeps in one room. I just laid there looking up to the ceiling and excuse me.
Very good.
And
Take your time. Take your time.
yeah, but I was like, yo, by 21, that's it. That's over. I'm done. Like I'm gonna die at 21. So ironically enough, I entered massage school at the age of 20. And like I started at 20 and it was a couple months before I turned 21. And now I did die at 21. I went through an egotistical death. Your body is a vessel for your soul. So your age is how long you've been stressing, right? So there's other factors to it, obviously, with cultures, but age, how long you're stressing, your body is a vessel for the soul. So meaning whatever stress you carry up, whatever trauma you carry up, if you can't overcome it, it's going to bring you down. You're going to make some bad life decisions that will make things even worse if you can't catch it, right? So by 21, learning what kind of touch is it? A soulful touch, learning a mindful touch, learning just learning massage just starts to open all that up because I learned your muscles, as much as they help you, they're armor. They're armor, but again, look at the knights who wear armor. There's a limit to how much they can move. So your body is the same thing. The stressors, the pain that you feel, like when you're tight, look at all the 20-year-olds now. And I was one of those 20-year-olds, bad back, bad knees. Why? Because when we were kids, we thought we were indestructible. We don't stretch as much as we should. We don't take it into heavy account. Plus, all the thoughts that we have that we think we hide, our body carves it in us. And your fibers, your muscles will carry it for you, and it'll drag you down. So the type of body I had at the time was literally one that was dragging me down. And as I got massage, because again, that was one of the perks of going to massage schools. I got to massage. I got free massages. I got graded to massage. I was like, yo, this is dope. That was honestly why I went. I was like, yo, I'm about to go to school so I can learn to massage and then get paid to massage people. I was like, it's a win-win. So as I learned to start letting go, some things started coming up, and that's when I was like, you know what, I want to keep going. Like I really, all of whatever year that was, maybe 2018, 2017, I really thought it's my last year. Being from the start, I was like, yo, like, is this really my last year? Like, am not gonna? Is this my last Christmas? My last birthday? Like, am I not gonna see you next year at all? And that's actually led up to another I say therapeutic device that I do is every year I ask a question, and I spend the entire year answering that question. I live to answer. So 2018, 2019, actually it's in here. My question was, is this my last year?
Every year you ask that question.
Nope. Every year I ask. Once
Oh,
I
no
answer that
question.
question, I come up with a new one based on like what's what's what depending on just life itself, and I let it come up. Like I don't come up with the questions till like fall time, late fall, early winter,
But
and
this is all based off how your year went, though. Correct.
yeah, the answers I find to myself. And where's my yearly questions? So I can show you.
Yeah, go ahead, take your time.
Here it is. So 2017 is this my last year. Once I overcame that year, again, because I was in massage, I was learning to let go, physically letting go. We were breaking up muscle fibers to let blood flow that's been trapped. We were letting fresh oxygen go in so I could think better, be better. The blood carries the chi so that it's the energy. Once all that started moving and started going around, it's like, okay, there's still a chance. So, once I made it to 2018, my next question was, is it okay to live? That was literally my next question. I finally broke out of whatever cage it was holding me down. That was weighing me to the point where I thought I was going to go. That it was, time to just live. So I spent 2018 living. Then 2019, what's the difference between selfishness and selflessness? Spent the entire year. I don't sit there and dictate every day like I need to live.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I just ask that question as open as possible, and I let my lifetime opportunities answer that question. By the end of the year, I'll give you an answer based on the lifestyle I had for the year. 2020 was how can I keep pushing myself. 2021 was what's it mean to exist. 2022, am I enough? 2023, it's a three-parter. It's what is love? Where does the sky start? Where does freedom start? And then this year's question is what's the difference between love and hate?
Fuck.
So like every year,
You're blowing my mind right now. What the fuck, yo?
like this is
That's interesting as fuck. So what do you call that? Is it like a term you call that? Like
it's just
your
yearly
own term?
question. It's just a yearly question. So it's just like, you know what? If you want to really challenge yourself to really keep yourself going, everyone always sets the goal of I want to do this, I want to do that. Just ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, and you want to make it as open as possible. You don't want a yes or no question. You don't want to sit there and be like, yeah, this is it. Yeah, like,
And what was the questions for this year?
what's the difference between love and hate?
I'm thinking.
And,
Fuck.
and
And
yeah.
you haven't found the answer yet?
So one thing I found was I came up with this logo that's on here. I was on the beach one day and it just came to me. See if you can guess it a bit.
All right, hold up. Everyone love Ta. I need help.
I got you. So
Fuck, you got me.
the way it works is I've learned that there's a little bit of love and hate in everyone.
Oh shit.
So that's the
okay.
way this is set up.
That's your shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you. Can I get one?
I got you. I'll
Yeah.
talk to my mom. She's the one the idea popped up, and then
I didn't even see the hate backwards.
Nope, you're not
That's
gonna see it.
tough.
But I've learned everyone has it in them because it depends where they're standing from.
Yeah.
No matter what, they have just about, because why? You need one to understand the other.
Yeah.
So it's literally a fine line of what the difference is between the two. But the year is still not over, so I still got time to look for this
Of course,
answer.
yeah.
And for me, like, I had to distance myself a little bit from a lot of people to just really sit with myself and let go of some of the old traumas that I had going on that were giving me how do I put it? The old traumas that were keeping me in stuck cycles, stuck mindsets.
Stagnant.
Yeah, there you go, stagnant. That's what I was looking for. So I needed to really recheck myself.
I agree because I dislike feeling stagnant, bro. I hate it. Like I live a everyday routine. You know what I mean? But I was the other day I was just thinking this shit. Fuck, I was talking to Shorty about it. I was like, babe, like I need like something new. Like I want to do something new. I need something new, but I'm like, I just don't know where to look. You know what I mean? Or where to find it. You get what I'm saying? So hearing you feeling like that, I'm like, fuck, I could relate. I'm 25.
Shit, man. It's
Fuck.
it's a forever thing.
Yeah, so like shit. So like I said, I live an everyday routine, bro, and it gets
Monotonous.
yeah, yeah, and it starts like getting into like depression and anxiety and stuff. It's like fuck, like I need to find something to like uplift me in a sense.
To reset you.
Reset, yeah, exactly, like a reset. And I like the idea that you do the yearly questions because I feel like you're always like constantly.
And it literally is on the back of my mind. I don't
Yeah,
forget it for
yeah,
the
yeah.
entire year. I don't,
That's interesting.
and it's just, and I watch again. It's from my actions and people's actions, everyone's actions, and it's just, it makes you just really think on life. Like,
I
you
think
know,
we're gonna name the podcast that the yearly question. How's that?
I'm with it. I'm absolutely with it.
That intrigued me for sure. Like that's interesting. I hope and I that's definitely gonna be a clip because I want that out there. That's interesting.
Honestly, I like that one because
Yeah.
that's again, this is ideas that I want to push to people, not push on, but push to, like, hey, think about it like this, think about life like this, and again, the yearly question, it literally just started with, this is my last year.
So you're real big on mental health awareness then.
Yeah,
Real big, huh?
absolutely, and I go to therapy to help me out because again, I'm trying to be the peace you seek. That's the kind of therapist I'm trying to be.
So you seek therapy, like you go see
Yeah,
a therapist.
I go see a therapist. To help. That's because at some point, yeah, you can't be your therapist for too long. At some point you got to talk to someone,
Yeah.
and you have different people you can talk to. Therapist is like just talking to a mirror, and then they're gonna just direct. It's like, hey, I see this pattern. You should do this. Obviously, you can have friends do this and do that, but they do it without bias. There's no bias in it at all. They're just looking for your best interest of what you want, that you believe is your best interest.
Okay.
So again, back to the whole massage thing. That's all. This started just because massage helped me get out that box. If not for massage, I would have
So
collapsed.
so what's the metaphor behind it? I'm trying to understand. You know what I mean? Because you said massage helped you, but that's
Yeah.
a physical thing.
Yeah.
How did it help you mentally?
So again, it gave me, going to that school gave me like, it opened up my mind a little bit more. Like I said, the freedom of where you can just lay down in class, where you're just working on people. You're talking about topics you don't even talk about in school. Like, yeah, we talked about not anatomy and kinesiology. We talked about, I had an acupressure class. I learned a little bit of it. So that's a different segment of energy. You got Reiki. Reiki works with your chakras. Then you got acupressure and acupuncture. One is with needles, one's with pressure. That's a different system. Each organ has a different meridian that go through your body. The chakras go up and down the body. The 7 basic chakras are the ones everyone know, but there's more beyond that. I'm only at like 8, and I'm okay with it. I'm not rushing anything, and it let my mind be open as well, because again, like, I did meditation growing up without realizing it. Also, another thing that I did growing up that I look back to and I laugh at is, back in the day, phones weren't that common.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
didn't have a gaming device like a Game Boy or something, when you went to the bathroom, you was reading a book.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have a book, you was reading every chemical in there to find out what was up, right?
Yeah.
So what I used to do,
Grab the Febreze bottle. What's in the
that's what I'm
Febreze
saying. What
bottle?
am I breathing in right now? Why does it smell so
Yeah,
good? But it's like
exactly.
mad chemical, and I'm burning right now. Believe it or not, what I used to do was play with energy.
What?
Yeah, well, I sat there on the toilet, literally like this, I'd be chilling, I'd close my eyes, and I'll sit there without using my fingers to touch my
Excuse me,
skin.
yeah.
I'll be like, all right, I want to feel a point on my shin, and I'll make that one point just stand out. Like, if something pricked you, I'll make that one point stand out. I'm like, all right, bet. Now let's move it to my knee. I would feel my knee. All right, bet. Let's move it to my shoulder. I did that for so long. At some point, I was like, all right, now we got to do 2 things. I was like, let's feel my toe, and then let's feel this. And just me working with energy has been second nature. It's been without
It's crazy because you're training your mind at that point.
the
and
entire
you didn't
time.
even know it.
Nope. And then because I thought like that, and I didn't have anyone to talk to on that topic at all growing up, once I hit massage school, I was like, yo, like, this is dope. Especially one of my teachers, my late teachers, rest in peace, good guy. He's the one who let me know that I can be a Reiki practitioner. Because not everyone is, they're not efficient in energy. Every therapist, amazing, in their own sense. They have that point about them. I have therapist friends who don't understand the energy work like that. They can break down the muscles, stretching, everything, but then when it comes to energy, they're just, I don't know, man. So knowing that, like, it was okay to be that open-minded and do something with that, I guess let's call it a talent now, a skill. Being able to do something with that was like, oh shit, like I used to be able to see auras, and then I took a step back from that because I'm okay with not seeing auras because I can still feel it. I can still like read it. I can still read your body, read you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
starting to actually discern egos and souls sometimes. It's a very gray line. And then again, this is all speculation just from my own opinions, my own lifestyle, my own the facts I've saw. So that's massage just really gave me that opportunity to just really just be.
Just be you
Exactly.
and let your energy.
And just take its way, go about its own way. And again, I had to, I worked up to this point. I'm
Yo,
still working hard with
hell
it.
yeah. I know you did, bro. That's crazy.
Um, I,
It definitely made you who you are today. Like I said, I just only met you at Yvonne's great opening. By the way, shout out to
I was
Yvonne.
about to say, yeah,
Shout out to Yvonne.
congratulations.
Congrats,
That's
bro.
amazing.
Congrats, he's doing big, man. He's
Uh,
on American Record Journal.
yeah, I saw that.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
OT season X. OT season X. But yeah, after I seen your stories. Like I said, I seen your post before your Instagram and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, I seen that you're big on the posting the plans. And I'm like, he gotta be into like spirituality or something. Then I seen you had a business page. I'm like, shit, he does I masseuse, my bad.
No, that's cool.
That's what I call it.
Until
That's
you
what I
know,
call it.
you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I'm like, fuck, this dude seems like a cool person. So that's when I met you. I'm like, fuck. And then we had a conversation like this. Great dude, bro. Great dude.
I
I would love
appreciate
to
it.
sit down and have a conversation with you because you remind me a lot like my boy PJ. He's real big into that shit. And I'm like, damn, like I would like to get another perspective on it. And you're my second perspective. And I'm a very open minded guy. So I like to take things in, but sometimes I like
That's
to
what
take
you
in
wanna
too
do.
much. I take it too much sometimes. I'm like, fuck, like then now I got so much like, built up energy in a sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me. So I seen you posted it was like a suction cup thing.
Yeah,
What,
actually, the cups are right there.
whoa, what's that about? Like, is
So,
that bruises or hickeys?
These are actually bruises.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, when I took a class, I was doing it on Zoom, right? And I was doing it. We were practicing on ourselves. I did it on my neck. So people were like, "Damn, you got hickey?" I was like, "Nah, nah, nah." I was just I had a cupping class last night. It's
Yeah.
another modality. Modality is just another fancy way of saying style of massage. There's hot stone, off top head, hot stone, prenatal, Reiki, acupressure, cupping, lymphatic drainage. Me specifically, I do stretching. I do Swedish, sports, deep tissue, Reiki, lymphatic drainage with cupping, and I plan on learning like one or two more styles, and then I really want to like get those really, what's the word, like I'm using the word mastered loosely because it's a lifetime process.
Okay, yeah.
But I want to get them as comfortable as possible. That I don't even gotta like worry about like, oh shit, like forgetting
Yeah.
things. Like I want it to be, because everything has their own contraindication, which is like certain things you can't do with certain massages. Like certain, if you got open cut, I can't touch that because I'm affecting the blood in that area. Plus, everything about blood is you don't want to touch somebody else's blood.
Yeah.
So it's as simple as that, but it goes bigger than that. So with the cupping, it's gonna help pull the fibers, and when it's pulling the fibers, it's gonna help pull the blood up. So
Okay.
you can do it laying down. You can do it moving. I personally like to do moving. I like to put the cup and then move with it. So now it's already doing
Yeah,
its
I
suction
seen you
job.
did like some like arm thing.
Yeah, because I have. So no matter how much you get worked on, there's always something behind it. Because
Yeah.
you live and you stress it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to work on my biceps because they cross. Your biceps come down, crossing your elbow a little bit, and they also cross into your shoulder. And this one was my right one was starting to get tight again, so I wanted to start opening it up. That way, I'm not stuck, and it's not like it's been fine since. But I follow up with a therapist because the only way to survive in this world, in the massage world, is to have a therapist. So I usually see her once a month, and then I got my other one back. So now I'm back to having two a month. Because the crazy stuff you see me do, the crazy stuff anyone sees me do in fitness is because of massages. If not for massages, I would have broke a long time ago.
You do like calisthenics, right?
That's all I do.
Yeah.
It's-
you
it's-
do all the handstands and shit.
I started with weights. When I've been actually the same body weight for like 10 to 15 years, about 15 years.
Sheesh.
I've literally just changed how I look, but I've been an average 170 for 15 years. High school, when I started, I was 140. I started with weights, learning all that stuff, and then I saw calisthenics, and I started learning. Calisthenics is as simple as push-ups and pull-ups, by the way.
Yeah.
It does not. You don't have to get fancy with the handstands and dragon flags and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But I learned. I started to question my own strength because people were like, "Hey, can you do this?" And it's like, they're like, they would say it, but I would also think about it like, damn, I can curl this much weight, but I can't do this. I can do this many sit-ups, but I can't. I was like,
Yeah.
and it's different strengths, which is different functionality, which is none of it's wrong. As long as it keeps you happy and you're functionable, then you're good. I just switched to calisthenics because I just like the freedom to it personally. And then I have a philosophy I live by, which is to be as light as a feather. So I'm trying to be agile. I'm trying to just be able to move. I'm 170 pounds. Like, I don't even look 170 pounds, and I'm happy about
Shit.
that.
I'm
Like,
like 190.
and
That's
man,
all muscle.
no, that's what's up though. You're doing your thing. You out here in the gym, and that's good. You
But
staying
I'm just
functional
like
about
tense as fuck, bro. I'm booking. I'm booking, bro. I'm
it.
tense
You
as
gotta.
fuck,
Do you
bro.
stretch?
Before workout, yes, but I don't know any like. I'm not good with stretching.
Yeah.
Is there like is that a thing? Like,
So
could you be good or bad with stretching?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I'ma
So I'm
say-
fucking terrible.
I'm
bro.
gonna say yeah, only because posture plays a key role. I learned one of the key things I learned in school, massage school, is posture.
When it comes to stretching.
Yeah, because if your posture is not aligned to I'm gonna use proper. So with if posture's not aligned to the proper alignment, when you're stretching, you're not getting that full stretch at all. Like people, one of the most common ones is people pulling their leg back to stretch their quad.
Yeah.
A lot of people also pull their pelvic back when they do that. So now they're only stretching about this much of your quad. Your quad goes all the way up to your hip. So now if we can push your hip forward while you're pulling your leg back, that stretch, your hip muscle also connects from your spine down to your thigh bone. So if you can start pushing your hip forward while you're doing that stretch, your stretch is going to go from your knee all the way up to your spine.
And is stretching supposed to hurt?
It will, a little bit. It may a lot. Depends. You don't want to hurt yourself too much. It depends how you go about it, how you go into it. You want to ease yourself, especially if you're not used to it. You want to ease yourself with it because you don't want to blow a tire out real quick when you start driving.
Yeah. So like, does breathing take a big part of that as well?
100%. 100%.
I'm learning all this. Like I said, I'm fucking terrible at stretching.
Oh no, no worries.
We gotta get into. We gotta get into.
That's what I do. I do stretch. You can set up you can literally. So the point of the session is, like I said, I want to be a one-stop shop. I've learned that one of the main problems of this world is powerlessness. So my therapy is those are all everything I mentioned that I do are options for you during that one session. You book that 1 hour. I can do cupping for 15. I can do stretching for 15. I can do deep tissue for 15 and Swedish for 15
minutes.
Yeah, each 15 minutes each. Or I can do just stretching the entire time. Or I can do deep tissue the entire time. Or mix and match. However you want to go about it. Reiki is the only one that I can mix in or it's separate.
Okay.
Like because it just happens. I'll massage people and I can pick up emotions from muscles, and my face will literally pick up the emotion. So like if I feel sadness, my eyes well up. Like it feels like when you're about to cry, your eyes well up. Yeah, I'll be sitting there like my eyes are closed so that I can really focus in, and my eyes will well up like if I want to cry. So during that time frame, I have to sit there and think real quick. Like, am I sad? Is there anything I'm sad about? Nah. Okay. Then I'm like, all right, this is their sadness coming in through me. Is there any colors with it? Any images with it? Nah. Okay. So I'll sit there and do extra stuff with it. When they're angry, my face scrunches up. Like literally, I'll literally just scrunch up. And that's the anger coming through. And I'm like, okay, they're angry right here. Joy, I'll smile. I've had anger and mad. I've actually found the difference between the two, but it's very, very.
And you're getting all the. I'm not sorry to cut you off. You're getting all this while just
from massage, just from touching them. Just literally.
So now I'm intrigued. Like, where am I mad at?
And that's
you
that's what I say. Your body is just a vessel for your soul. Age is just how long you've been stressing. The longer older you are, the more you can hold on. I worked on a lady once, and her left hip was tight, right? And it turns out she had 10 years worth of anger just sitting there. I got her to be able to like let it out by obviously breaking up the tissue and breaking up the muscle, but letting her cry at the same time, because the energy, anything that leaves your body it's exiting, it's leaving you. It's energy leaving you. You can laugh about it, you can cry about it, you can get angry about it. You go to swing, when you go to move, that's energy being pushed out. That's what happens. She needed that anger needed an outlet, so I was funneling some of it out while letting her take in the major role. So again, and I just brought it to her attention, like, listen, and then we talked about it, like, there's anger. And the thing is, if I don't say something, I'll get like right now, my throat's drying up. Like my throat will dry up. It feels like I'm swallowing the energy, and it's like, nah. Whether I sound ridiculous or not, I'm like, listen, you got sadness right here. Like I'll let you know, and then I'll ask questions based on it, and
How would those questions go about?
um, let's see. It just very. I'll just start very generic. Like I'll bring it up first of all. I'll be like, listen, there's sadness here, and again, they just wanted a massage.
Yeah, well, they're probably like, "What you talking
Exactly.
about?"
That's exactly what happened. So then I break it down. Like, listen. So my I can pick up emotions, and on a side note to that, I'll very quickly is I treat each muscle as an individual child. Why? Because every child wants attention. Your muscles are the same way. I got two biceps here and here, but they got different functionalities. They got different traumas going on to them, so they have different stories.
Yeah.
They got very similar stories, but they each have their own perspective to life. So now when I go to work on these muscles, I'll just feel the emotion come up to my face. I'm like, listen, you got sadness right here. Like I found, I won't say that direct.
Based off
How I feel.
Okay.
And how it literally, like I said, I'll feel like I have to cry. And I've actually cried for some of these people. I've let that energy come out through me and cried for them. And, we'll talk about it. Sometimes with that person, we can get deep into the topic. And sometimes I just let them know, just to let them know. Because if I don't say it, it's going to stay stuck in me and I can't have the energy stuck in me. So I got to I'm going to sound crazy, but I got to let it out.
Yeah.
I worked on a guy recently, actually. So he came in working, and I like to work on people's necks often because that's where a lot of tension's carried. And while I was working on it, I felt sadness. Sometimes I just don't say anything. Sometimes I let it rock. So I sat there. I was gonna only do like 5-10 minutes. I was there for almost like 15-20 minutes just working on his neck, just to help open that up a little bit. And after the session, we were having a little talk at the end to just give him an idea what I found. I was like, listen, while I was working on your neck, I spent some extra time because there was sadness there. And again, I broke it down. I feel, I would cry. I felt like crying. And I didn't. Sometimes I don't dig deep. I just let them know. And to him, his mom had just gotten sick. That was something that was fresh in his life, and so that was the freshest piece of energy that was at the top for me to take off. So that's how deep massage can get. Is like, you're going to go. People expect elbows, Swedish, and all that stuff, but no, like, depending on the therapist you go to, I can only speak for myself.
Because yes, you seem like a great one.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really do. Actually, I just worked on a lady. Honestly, my last post, 101 years old.
Yeah, I seen it. The elderly.
That was a blessing. I've only been massaging 7 years.
Yeah.
That's it. To be able to work on someone 101 years old, like I said in the video, I didn't expect to work on elders because there's a higher risk of a lot of diseases, a lot of things I got to worry about. But my style, I can be as slow as possible. I've worked on one muscle for 50 minutes before, and I can do the entire body in an hour. So I can do everything in between, based on your breath.
You booked out tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Monday. I got time tomorrow.
Shit, we might have to, man. Hell yeah, I'll be down. Do some content too. Hell yeah,
absolutely.
bro. Let me know.
Absolutely.
You're what? Southington?
No, Meriton. Right in downtown.
Yeah. What's your price book look like?
Huh?
What's your price book look like?
So my prices are 80. So it's 45 for a half hour, 80 for the hour, $120 for 90 minutes, $170 for 2 hours. Saturdays an extra 15. I'll travel anywhere. Like I said, I've been as far as Greenwich. That's an hour away. I have to drive.
It's action though. Yep. For
and
drive, yeah.
I'll pay, and it's 45. But the thing is, it doesn't matter where you live. You live in Wallingford, and I'm still charging 45 because I gotta take. I gotta pay for my gas. I gotta take my table. I gotta take my.
Same thing for me with trade. I'm a plumber, so I just
take
to go
all your
out
tools,
there,
all your
just
equipment.
to go out there, recharge. Yeah, no matter what, you're paying $100 just for me to go out there. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I get what you. Yeah, I feel for that. Hell yeah, for sure. You gotta charge, bro. Hell yeah.
I have to.
You need that gas money.
Something
So
happens to my
you carry
car.
your own table and shit, obviously.
So the room is already set up, has everything, and then when I travel, I have a table. The table's like 35 pounds, and I work out, so I'm used to it. And
Yeah. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna tune in with you for sure, bro. I'll be down for tomorrow. I feel like I fucking need one.
I'll give you the link. Like I said, every soul needs one.
You take deposits and shit.
Yeah, 50% deposit. So with the app, so it's a program I use, so that way it keeps all my finances in one circle. I don't gotta chase it. Like, damn, I got my Cash App over here.
Yeah.
Then I got this. No, it's a program. What happens is when you go on the link, you book your own session. You pick whatever time's available. You put a 50% deposit, depending on how long of a session you want, and then you got to use a credit card of sorts, right?
Yeah, of course.
and then I don't see any of that information. I don't see the credit card information. So after you book, I still prefer card to pay. So when you come in, you got to bring whatever card you want to finish paying with, because then what happens is I put it on my side of the program.
Okay.
That way, every time we're done with a session, the card is already saved on your file.
Okay.
From my side, I can see it. It protects you and it protects me like that. But that way, again, that 50% is just that if there's a cancellation, you didn't pay 100%, but also I don't lose out because life happened, you know?
Yeah.
I had a lady once, she asked me about it, and she's like, what if it snows? And I was like, well, I still get a deposit. Like, I still gave you my time, my physical time. And she was like, and it just bothered her. And she's like, so I don't get it back. I was like, no, because
no
I
deposit.
still gave you my time. Like, that's someone I could have gave to someone else. Whether it snowed or not, I can't control nature. I can't control life like that. But I'm also not going to lose out because life happens to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, this is my job. This is what I'm eating off of.
Yeah,
like,
literally. And you have a big client base.
It's been getting filtered this year because I just got my LLC this year.
Congrats,
last
congrats,
fall.
congrats.
Thank you for that. That's NO2. Like that, took me, and that name just came, but at the same time, I took time to really sit there and be like, this is what I want to go with.
You said NO2.
NO2 by Lou, yeah.
And did you mention the definition of that on?
Yeah, I can say it again.
Yeah,
So NO2
yeah.
is NO2 by Lou. New O2 for you. New oxygen for you by you. O2 is the scientific symbol for oxygen. Because my whole thing is I've just been studying what I call the breath of life. A lot of people see me do a lot of random things, but the one common denominator behind all of that is the breath. It's literally the breath. I just want to help you relax. That's my key with all this. And having animals is I'm learning. I used to meditate with my late dog. Literally, I would lay there with her. She could have been sleeping for all I know, but we would lay there and I would be meditating and she's just on me. I had such a strong connection with this dog that when it was time for her to go, we looked at each other and it was like, fuck. Like, literally, I looked at her and was like, damn, your time is next, isn't it? Like, because I had just lost my grandma, so I was like,
condolences.
Damn, thank you. But, like, no worries. Yeah, so now with the animals, I'm learning to look at them individually, and I'm practicing the breathing. Like I do, even back to the spiritual stuff, my exercises are actually based for spiritual-based things.
Can we get an exercise breathing thing right now? Can we do one?
We can do one real quick.
Hell yeah.
So very simple.
I close my eyes or something. I'll do
Your
it.
comfort. If you want to sit up, just
Hell
sit. You want
yeah.
to sit straight up and down. Don't let your back touch that chair.
Yeah.
All right. Now you just want to sit.
I'm gonna put the mic down. All right.
Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead. So you're just gonna. Got you. So you're just gonna sit upright. You can close your eyes for comfort if you want. And for now, just breathe. Don't try to control the breath at all. In your nose, down to your belly, out your mouth. That's how it goes, right? Once you find that natural flow to yourself, you're gonna go in your nose, down to your belly. Hold it for an extra second or two, and then let it out. Keep doing that for a couple reps, couple breaths. Next step after that is in your nose, down to your belly, out your mouth. When you hold it in your belly, you're going to exhale deeper than you inhaled. So if you inhale for 2 seconds, you're going to exhale for 3 seconds. That's actually where relaxation is. Relaxation is in the exhalation. We stress because we inhale more than we exhale. We'll inhale for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then exhale for 1 second. So you never really pushed anything out. And one thing I've learned actually from watching people is that some of the best breathers, again, my opinion, some of the best breathers that never got taught to breathe, smokers.
Bro, I have asthma.
Smokers. Smokers, because when they smoke, they inhale, they hold it, and they breathe out long and deep and let all that go. Everyone else, if they don't learn from just breathing any, like, excuse me, and they don't learn from any sport or any master or any teacher, everyone else, shallow breather. They may not smoke, they got healthier lungs, but they're still a shallow breather. So it's funny. It's like, you know, you got healthy lungs, but you can't breathe, but then you got some badass lungs, and your breath is
crazy,
better controlled than this one.
That's insane.
And again, that's just from observation.
When you said bring it to your stomach, how the fuck you do that?
So I use that because I call it belly breathing.
It's a serious question because I was just putting my stomach out. Honestly.
So I call it belly breathing. That's the idea. Your diaphragm's down here. We like to breathe to our chest right about here and then breathe out. You want to breathe down to your diaphragm, open up your rib cage, and then really just squeeze everything and pump it out. Okay. So that's why I call it belly breaths. You just so actually one exercise that I've been doing for years, I came up with angel numbers between you, your angel,
I've
your
been getting a lot
God,
of
everything.
444s lately.
That's
It's crazy.
I forget what 444 is. I feel like it's not changed. 5 is changed. So angel numbers,
Yeah,
people
big on
just
it.
the one thing behind it is like what angel is talking to you. Me personally, my angel that I work with is Raphael, Archangel Raphael. That's who I believe is talking to me, but he's talking to me for God in that moment. But God is talking to me in that moment. What I do with those numbers is just one belly breath. Every time you see your favorite number or an angel number, and I say favorite number because it could be a psalm. It could be, I don't know Psalms, and I'm sure there's like a 316 somewhere in there because they're all, any combination that you like seeing, do one belly breath. I've been doing this for years, and what happens is this is one of the reasons why I'm so relaxed and just comfortable with a lot of things is this is so that you can practice. You'll turn this proactive training to a subconscious thing to the point where your body will naturally start getting deeper into your breath without even realizing it. So every time for you, I would say every time you see 444, do one belly breath. If you see 2 to 3 of them in a row, just do one. Don't hurt yourself thinking like, damn, I gotta do 3 reps right now and I'm driving and it's like, no. You see it 3 4 times,
Yeah.
just do one breath.
So it's like just
You want to hold it, you want to feel it down here, and then just you don't want to hold it for long, just hold it just long enough, and then when you breathe out your mouth and force it out. Again, you want your exhale deeper than your exhale,
okay.
and then your inhale, and then like I said, you'll start turning from the conscious to the subconscious.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can do it with colors, you can do it however setup you want, but this is another exercise I've been doing for years, and that's another thing I'm glad for this opportunity is you guys can do it. Whatever number you like, whatever angel number you like, Psalms, anything of your favorite variety, one belly breath. When I drive, I see a lot of 444s and all this stuff, angel numbers, and I'll do a belly breath every time I see one. And like I said, if you see a group of them, don't overwhelm yourself thinking like, oh shit, I just saw 5. I gotta do 5 belly breaths. And like I said, I've timed my breaths out. I can do one breath is an inhale, a hold, and an exhale. That's one breath, right? And one of my breaths can be a total of 5 seconds, nice and short, and also it can be like almost 30 seconds.
What the inhale?
No, the whole breath.
Oh, the whole breath.
So I can breathe in for 10, hold it for 10, exhale for 10. I can breathe in for 5, hold for 7, exhale for 15. And I've come up with this control because again, back to the muscles being kids, is each muscle has its own breath. So I match the breathing pattern of that muscle that's going on. So if I find that muscle is can't breathe well, I hold my breath. And I hold it until you can breathe, and I'll break up the tissues until you can breathe. Now back to the spiritual workouts is when you've seen my water workouts on my page. So it's on my page. You'll find them. So reasons why I do water workouts is to practice that breath control.
What's a water workout?
It's literally just aqua aerobics, but I just do extreme things. I do like underwater push-ups, underwater sit-ups.
Oh,
like you would think this is stuff that Marines would do. I'm just doing it all willy-nilly. And but I do it for
recruit you. Chill. Fucking.
No, I take inspiration from them. These type of workouts just push to the extremes, but I do it because when I do energy work, when I work on a massage in general, it's like I'm working with your energy. Once I'm touching you, once we got that contact, I'm working with your energy, and I gotta be able to survive that energy. I can't enter your storm and then be shipwrecked.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to swim through it. So I physically go in the water, like image training, like Goku, Dragon Ball Z type.
Yeah.
Like I go into the water, and I force myself into these situations where it makes it harder to breathe, so that I can control my breath better. So now, if I can survive the water, your energy is not going to be as bad as water. Water is going to drown me out.
Yeah.
Your energy can tire me out, can wear me down. I can take some sicknesses if I'm not careful, but at the same time, I can survive better. And like I said, I'll literally hold my breath. I think one time I held it for like 15, 20 seconds, and then I exhaled for like 30 seconds. And again, that's just one breath. And it just comes in the moment. I can't always do it just because life. But
yeah. So, Dan, What's the longest you held your breath before?
I
Underwater.
actually I was doing I think David Blaine's underwater exercise. Actually, no, I was doing this breath holding exercise, and I turned it into underwater breath holding exercise.
That's crazy.
Don't do it. Don't.
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Oh no, it actually is to hold your breath underwater. It's actually so you can hold your breath for minutes. I think I did like for 5 minutes.
You held your breath for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you gotta be very, very
Bro, get
careful
the fuck
because you're
outta here, bro.
hyperventilating and you're deoxygenating your brain. You're in
How
a
did
sense.
that go about, bro? Like,
It was during COVID, so I was like, I
you
want to.
literally sat in water and held your breath for 5 minutes.
Yeah, like
Get
four.
the fuck
Actually, I
outta
got
here.
to like 4.5, 5 minutes. Just like,
How, bro?
and you gotta
You
do
sitting
this
there
specific
meditating
training.
underwater,
Well, you gotta
huh?
do his specific training, and you gotta do it. And you gotta do it, often, so you get
Yeah.
used to it. But you gotta be careful because you're literally, in a sense, really hurting yourself if you're not. And then at the same time, like people have died
Excuse me.
from doing it from and being in the water because they
Yeah.
passed out in the water. So I practiced it on land before I even got to
Yeah,
the water,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I passed out like once or twice.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm doing this sitting down,
I
laying
don't want to
down.
laugh, but that's crazy.
Nah, I would laugh too.
What the fuck?
I did it on my porch too. When I sat up, I was like, oh shit, I just passed out. Like, okay, I'm good. We ain't gonna do this right now. We go.
Crazy.
And then after doing it for so long in the water, my eyes started twitching afterwards. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more for now. I haven't done it in a couple years. Would I go back and do it? Possibly. When? I don't know.
I can't even hold my breath for 15 seconds. Fuck that. Let alone 5 minutes. That's crazy.
But yeah, no, that's an
That must
extreme.
take- yeah,
that was
that
an extreme.
that's extreme as fuck.
Yeah.
Congrats to you though. Like
I
I don't
appreciate it.
think I don't know anybody who could do that shit.
That shit
Must be a
was-
1% thing, right?
Could be.
Must be a 1%
Could
thing.
be.
You belong in the military. Tell you that right now.
Shit, man. I'm all set. I'm all
Fucking
set.
dead. Oh look, we're past that 40. We already an hour and 10, man. Good fucking conversation, bro.
Oh, absolutely. I enjoyed it. I
Hell
loved
yeah.
it.
So before we end off, is there any advice you would want to give to the OTC, the NO2?
Let's see.
So you said before you answered, I'm sorry, you never done a podcast before, right?
No.
That's good. So you're the people who do come to you. Do you get regulars?
I got regulars, yeah.
So they'll get a better understanding of you. Even my people, you know what I mean. This is why I like to interview
That's what I was hoping for, honestly, with this.
small business people, entrepreneurs, influencers, whole nine yards. Just so because not a lot of people are social media based. But at the same time, like I like people. So my example is like people never knew who I was before the podcast.
Yeah.
They knew of me.
Plus, I knew of you as well.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. But
Americans, we
I was
small.
always marked as I'm always mad, like bitchy type guy. You know what I mean? Until I started a podcast, everybody was like, "Yo, like I never knew he was like this, like a good, genuine kid." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got people got better perspective of me just from the pod. So like same thing with you. People get a way better perspective, even though you're a great guy regardless.
I appreciate
Like
that.
you said things that nobody knows. I thank you for that.
I
Hell yeah.
appreciate having the time to be able to even do this.
Hell yeah, shit. Thank you for your time. Time
no
is everything.
problem.
Time is everything, man.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, sharing the energy. I love it. I felt that.
So it was vibe, straight vibe the entire time.
Gotta get another one going, man. Soon.
Oh,
And I'm
absolutely.
definitely gonna book it out.
Like I said, that's why I said massage. Everyone needs it. It just
Fuck
comes
yeah.
down to prioritizing yourself. That's it. And it's not bad if you don't get it. Go get a pedicure. Get
Never
your
had
feet
one done
massaged.
before.
Massage ever?
Never.
It is. Again,
Never.
depends who you're going to. It may hurt.
I had a little,
sometimes.
babe massage my back, but nah, that ain't helping.
like the professional
yeah,
massage.
yeah. I never had a professional massage.
It can
yeah.
hurt sometimes. I'm
That's
not
what I'm
gonna lie.
hoping. I'm tense, bro. Like you don't understand. You probably cry.
I was ready to fight my own therapist.
I'm like,
I'm
like,
on
yo,
the table,
fuck you
I was
doing?
like, I've had literally
Yo,
when I
can
do.
imagine you, yo, I'm about to fight you, bro. Just be fucking me up.
Yeah, I'm always on the defense, depending on where I'm at and where I'm working. Especially the legs, I literally tuck my head in like this, so if they flail and kick by accident, like it's
Because
it
certain
happen.
muscles were like twitch. Such,
Yes, they might just react. They might just jump. And
I might be one of those. Like, first timer, so I might be one of those.
It
My
could
spider
be.
sense just be tingling, bro. I promise you, it get
Like I
crazy.
said, it could be, but I can work slow. Like I said, I just worked on 101 years old.
I'll let you do you. How about
and
that?
and that's it's communication.
Yeah, of course.
Like literally, I did the Reiki session on that 101 years old. Like I said,
Yeah.
I was scared about working.
Yeah,
on
how'd
other
that go?
people.
You ain't get into.
So I did Reiki. Reiki's just the energy work. You just lay there and I just move your energy and your breath. That's it.
What do you mean?
Like you literally are laying there, And like I said, I match your breath. That with the fact that I have the idea, each muscle is an individual child. When I'm on that muscle, I match that child's breathing. So that kid wants to run, we gonna run. All right, next one. All right, that kid wants to sit and read, we just gonna sit and read. The next one, he just wants to eat. All right, the next one, he just wants a hug. That's my mentality when I go into. So when I was working on her again, I was a little worried because I'm like, yo, 101 years old, like. I'm honored. I'm honored because I've only been massaging for 7 years. To be able to massage ages from like 4 to 101, I'm like, awesome, amazing. And then I've been working. Also, side note, I've been working just for 11 years. In the 11 years, I've worked with every age group from 3 years old now to 101 years old.
Congrats.
So, thank you. But yeah, it was just energy, and she relaxed. It was literally just touch and hold, and just breathe until she let go, and that's it. Like I said, I work based on you. I don't try to sit there and break you up and all that. It may happen, but again, communication and our rapport will make that statement during the session.
Has anybody ever like, yo, bro, that hurts too much? You just ease off it, or?
Yes and no, because again, I because of my energy work, I've learned. I know actually another style I forgot to mention.
Dale.
I didn't even know. My friend's the one who told me it's called rolfing. Rolfing, something along like that. And basically, it's the kind that you might say, "Ow," and you're about to fight me. And basically, with my approach again, it's because of that breath. I feel that breath, and what happens is I'll hold that muscle, literally until it snaps, and then when it snaps, it just disappears.
That sounds painful.
So it's literally like it's compressing, and then just pops, and then just
like a literal pop.
Like it can feel like that, but it's not gonna feel like a muscle popping or bone popping. Okay. But that's like
that sounds painful.
Like literally the muscle. Like I've done it on my friend's calf, and then the knot seems to get harder, it gets smaller and tighter, and it's getting more intense. And then out of nowhere, it just disappears. But it
sounds painful, but sounds
and it's both because I get it done a little bit.
Yeah.
And it just disappears. And that's, again, the description people have to tell me, like, yo, Lewis, that fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I was ready to fight you, but then it just disappeared. And I'm like, because I needed to really get that, squeeze that muscle. I really needed to get it going. And again, it just depends.
I'm like fiending for like a deep tissue, bro. It's crazy.
Everyone, like I said, everyone.
Like, I'm glad I got to talk to you about it because like I never really understood it, man. Like I just thought go in there, get a massage, and call it a day. But nah, it seemed like you get into like deep with it. Like you really connect with your clients.
Oh, I love it. I truly again, I found this by accident. No one in my family does massage. My cousin did it, but I found out after I graduated.
Yeah.
No one around me, none of my friends do massage, nothing. It literally came on a whim. My stomach was like, go, and I was like, let's go.
Trusted your gut, man. Hell yeah. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad we met.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Now back to that question. Advice. Advice. Go ahead, though. One simple life advice, or something that you learned, or something that you wanna anything.
Anything. Just see, now I'm stumped on this one.
My bad.
No, you good. You know what keeps popping in my head is don't beat yourself up. Yeah, you gotta give yourself a pat on the back. That's one of the things I'm still working on. I give myself way too many L's that I can account for, and the small victories add up. So every now and then, like I tell my clients, pat yourself on your back because you made it to today, and it wasn't even promised. Not at all. Tomorrow's not promised. We live hoping that tomorrow makes it so you can keep planning for the next day. But at the same time, like, enjoy who you are. Give yourself that break because one of my favorite things a teacher said to me once, first day of class, she's like, you guys are crazy. Like, this is massage school, the first day of class, so we're crazy. And she the way she explained it is, you're already living such a stressful lifestyle and you're making time for class. Once she said that, I was like, damn. That's exactly what it was. So it's like, you know what? In a sense, you are crazy. You are literally crazy to do what you're doing, to be that parent, to be that brother, to be that sister, to be that anything to anyone, to be that one to yourself. That's fucking crazy because it's stressful as hell. You got to stress just to smile. That's how hard it is. But pat yourself on the back because, if you made it this far to the podcast, you made it to this reel, you saw this clip, that means you made it to a farther part in your life that you didn't think you would make, one part in your life you didn't think. But, I'm proud of you. I hope I get to meet you. Like I said, follow my Instagram, NO2_by_Lou. Reach out if you got more questions. By all means, I'll answer to the best of my ability. And I hope you guys enjoy your day. Enjoy yourselves. Just smile. Hug yourself. Love yourself.
Love. And we're cutting.